How did you guys come up with the band name, The Bigger Lights?
It's actually a reference from a Shakespeare play called The Tempest. And I wish we could take credit for it, but Shakespeare is way smarter and way cooler than we are. And actually, it was a guy, one of our best friends from home named Clint, came up with the band name. He was in the band for about 3 weeks at the very beginning, and then he got a really good job offer editing films for corporations and stuff that he had to take. So, but he was gracious enough to let us keep the band name, and we love it.
How did you guys meet each other, like your other band members?
Well, 3 of us went to college together, and we went to a university in Virginia called James Madison. And Dan and I had been playing in band together for about 4.5 years all through college, like just playing bad like cover bar gigs and stuff, and like trying to like play music professionally. And we ended up leaving because we just didn't really feel like there was the right chemistry in the group or whatever. We found Topher singing in like a brand new kind of like upstart band at like a coffee shop at our university, probably about a week and a half before we all graduated college. And so we started hanging out with Topher and like just writing for fun. And Topher ended up quitting and defection.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, we started something new. And so about 2 weeks after Dan and I met Topher, we all moved into a house together in Northern Virginia. Like we didn't know each other,
Yeah.
didn't know where it was gonna go, didn't know what was gonna happen. We leased a house together, and we said like, you know what, like screw it, we're just gonna try it out. And we've been going ever since. But we had a couple other guys for a while that didn't work out for different reasons. And Ryan was actually a friend of a friend recommended him, and he turned out to be, he was on tour with Jeffree Star at the time, and we needed a drummer, and so he sent in like an audition video, and we ended up flying him out, like he was perfect. And Chris was in a band called Tyler Reed that we toured with a long time ago on the Atticus clothing tour, and we just got along with him really well. And so when his band kind of stopped doing stuff, we asked him if he wanted to come play with us. So we're from everywhere.
What is your song, That Kind of Girl?
That Kind of Girl that was actually the last song written for the record. Topher and I were in Los Angeles writing. We had just done about 4 straight months of touring, and we were in Los Angeles for 1 week before we started making the record last August. And we were in this practice space in downtown LA, and we were just like messing around, like we were demoing stuff we had written all that week, and like we were messing around on something just I don't know why. And that song just ended up popping out in like 15 minutes. And I think it was just like kind of a song like LA sort of inspired it out of us, like just a song about like how summer is fun and like a particular summer in your life that you remember and stuff. It's like, it's nothing all that deep or that like fantastic, but it's something I think everybody, like as they grow up, they're gonna have like a summer they remember, or like a time that, they remember as being like really awesome. That's kind of what that was.
What is your song Always about?
Always is a super personal song on the record, and that's a song that we wrote. That was actually one of the first songs written on the record, and it's a song about, it's a relationship song, and it can be anything, but in our particular case, we chose to write it from perspective of friends or lovers or whatever. It's kind of just about how the best relationships and the ones that matter most to you in like your life, you have to work for it. You have to like stick through the hard times. Like nothing's ever going to come easy, and sometimes like you go through some stuff with somebody, and you have to work together to like overcome it. It's sort of like a promise to that person to say like, well, I'll always be there.
Yeah. What do you guys like most about music?
What do I like most about music?
Like doing music.
I like everything about music, to be honest. I like music so much that and all of my band sides that we're willing to put up with the business of it, which I think all of us kind of hate. But you have to take the good with the bad. And at the end of the day, art and writing songs and playing concerts and stuff, like it's what we all love to do the most. So it's like, I don't know if I could pick one thing about it I love the most, but it's definitely like an art form that I feel like a very personal relationship with.
What is the best part about music?
I think the coolest thing about performing in general, for a lot of artists, I think that you make something, you create something, and then you don't really ever get to see how people react to your work. You never get to experience that. And the coolest thing about performing, be it in like a band or musical theater, or if you're an author and you're doing a reading or something, for us, the coolest thing is you get to get on stage every night and you get to play your creations in front of people, and you get to watch firsthand how people react to but you get to see like the art that you made affect them, and that I think it makes like the relationship that much more important and personal, like, between artist and audience, like in that particular case, just because like when you see exactly how something is affecting somebody, you know, be it positive or negative, like it is going to affect you as an artist, it's going to affect your perception. So it's like, it's a really cool give and take kind of relationship that exists, and it's awesome because it keeps you from getting too closed off as an artist into your own world, writing strictly from like your perspective. When you actually get to see how people like perceive it, it sort of opens doors for you, I think.
Yeah. What is something about you that no one else knows?
Something about me that no one else knows? Well, I think that just about everything about me is somebody knows. But as far as like a general thing that not many people know, I'm part Lebanese. My mom's side of the family was from Lebanon, and I played hockey growing up. And I know I don't really look it, but I was an enforcer. Pretty big.
You guys have to perform with in the future.
Oh my gosh, we really we would love to tour with so many bands, but I know like touring with a band like Y'all Know Rejects would be amazing because they're a band that we hear that we're a lot like, so that'd be awesome. We would love to tour with Foo Fighters, I mean, Coldplay, resurrect Freddie Mercury from the dead, go back out with Queen. I mean, we'd love to. We just love touring. So anybody, I think. Most importantly, we want to tour with bands that we feel like are going to challenge us, that when we watch them every night, they're going to make us feel like crap about ourselves, so that tension can cause us to like get better. So I think those are the ones where we've done. Like we went out with a band called This Providence for a while, and they just owned us every single night. And same thing, we went out with Cartel for a while, and they just owned us every single night. And both of those tours, I feel like we actively got a lot better as a band, like as performers and writers and musicians, just because we had to watch that every night and be like, we have to step it up. We can't.
If you were in a band, what would you be into?
I don't know. I'd probably be writing music, some musical, who knows. But if music wasn't an option to begin with, I went to college for finance, so I might be on Wall Street. But I really don't see myself on Wall Street, so I'm happy that I'm not.